Hello guys, my name is Zarnov and welcome back to another episode of Skyrim Anniversary Edition on Legendary Difficulty Survival Mode. Now, we have just finished off last episode trying to find this individual. Proved to be very, very painful. And that just tends to be how Skyrim is sometimes when it comes to finding NPCs. But for the scope of this episode, we are going to be continuing on with the College of Winterhold questline. But before we do that, I want to open up and have a look at what the courier gave us last episode. See what happens here. Someone please help. A group of necromancers are experimenting with conjuring zombies using ancient dangerous magic, which I fear will have unintended and irreversible consequences. I was expelled from their studies as their ambitions grew into folly. Against my warnings, they're performing a ritual to summon a large group of these foul, uncontrollable creatures as we speak in the southernmost area of Skyrim and must be stopped before it's too late. Well, that was quite the handy quest to get while we were in the southern part of Skyrim before we caught a carriage to a place where we cannot fast travel out of. Thank you, survival mode. Oh well. Yeah, so continuing on with the College of Winterhold questline. And I gotta say, I'm actually really starting to enjoy recording these videos. I think even from like my first episode, there's been like a bit of a change. Like I'm starting already, I feel like, to get more confident while I'm talking, finding more things to talk about, just being a bit more vibrant. I think I also kind of fixed up my mic a little bit, which kind of was hindering me in the first episode, I would say. Made me sound a bit like more quieter and that kind of thing, but I think I sorted out the audio levels a bit better. Ooh, chicken egg, we'll take that. But yeah, as of right now, just going to make our way to Saarthal and clear out that little dungeon. It's a pretty fun quest line, or this dungeon is pretty fun to go through. And pretty interesting as well. It has some pretty interesting implications in the lore of Skyrim. And I've got to say, like, I think my favorite RPG universe with like lore and yeah, okay, chill out. It's all good. I'm not doing anything. I think my favorite RPG universe to get like lost in is the Elder Scrolls universe. Like, it just goes so deep. There's so many facets, and like there's other things like World of Warcraft and all their mythical creatures and those kinds of things, but I don't know, there's just something about the Elder Scrolls and its lore, its story, how it all unfolds and everything. I don't know, I just find it to be the most engaging is probably the best way to put it. And here we are. Let's speak to Tolfdir. You are very cold. I can tell. My dude is shivering. Tolfdir.
And here we all are. Shall we step inside?
What's so important about this place?
We're particularly interested in the prevalence of magical seals placed on the tombs here. It's rather unlike anything we've encountered.
What exactly are we looking for?
Anything. Anything at all that might be of interest. That's why I adore this location. We have no idea what we're going to find. And if along the way my message about the dangers of magic should happen to sink in for a few students, that would be a happy coincidence.
Ooh, quite the backhanded, underhanded statement there, Tolfdir. What have you got for sale?
So you wish
I can't
to
exactly
the
remember
arcane
everything I
arts.
bought last episode. Let's just make sure we aren't missing anything that we could really use. Okay, I did buy stone flesh. I do remember that. Ooh, these do look good, but we don't have any gold. I think we spent most of it last episode. Oh well. I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
Yes, you are the very the very word of caution, Tolfdir, my friend.
I find it hard to believe this excavation was approved.
As some
I
of
don't
you may
know.
Saarthal
Okay,
You know, there
sure.
might be gold somewhere in
Excuse me, I'm trying to listen to Tolfdir.
It was also the largest. Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Saarthal.
You gonna keep continuing and coming down? Yeah? No? You got anything else to
This is
say?
an
There we
exciting
go.
opportunity for us to be able to study such an early. Well, are there any questions? before we
Okay.
begin?
Didn't mean to cut you off, but all good. Now what?
Well, are there any questions before we begin?
Ah, okay. Well, no, I already asked everything outside. I don't have any more questions. What would you like me to do?
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Brenda, my dear,
Okey-dokey.
why
Let's
don't you
find
search for
Arniel
warding
Gain.
magics? Anything designed to keep people out and interact with
You are not him.
All right, everyone. Let's be careful.
Oh, jeez, he's actually quite
Jazargo
a
finds
fair bit
nothing
away.
but dust in these ruins.
That is not the attitude you need, Jazargo. That is not the attitude at all. We need people positive. We need them amped up. We need them ready to learn. Oh, here we go. Arniel.
Don't touch anything.
Okay, buddy. I'm just here to talk to you. All good. Tolfdir sent me to help you.
What? Ah, yes, you. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine. Just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything.
Okie dokie.
Until
I don't
next
need to
time.
ask that again. You're pretty clear with your instructions. We're going to collect everything outside of that little room there first. Enchanted ring. I'll take it. And enchanted ring. I'll take it. And nothing else in here. Last but not least, enchanted ring. I'll take it. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's see what those actually do. Enchanted rings increases your health by 20 points. We don't have a ring on, so we'll chuck that on. Yeah, that's all we got. And now, activate the Saarthal amulet. Oh, now what was that racket, hey?
What in the world was that racket?
Oh, that's
Is
what I'm
everything all
saying.
right?
I'm trapped in here.
How in the world did that happen?
I pulled an amulet off the wall.
Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it?
Let's see. Let's see if there's some way I can use it. I reckon if we chuck it on, and would you
see
look at that? Yeah.
Some kind of resonance.
Yeah, some kind of
You
resonance. That's
wonder
what I'm
why.
saying.
It must be connected to the amulet.
I would say so. Good
I
assumption.
wonder
Good assumption.
What effect might your spells have?
I don't know, Tolfdir. Let's have a look-see. And actually, this will be the first time we get to use some of these. So, elemental flare, elemental bolt. We'll go elemental flare. Oh no. Oh no. Hopefully elemental bolt is less area of damage. Oh no. I'm sorry, Uthgerd. You're gonna cop it in here. I'm very, very sorry in advance. Oh no. What? Do I need to talk to you, or?
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secured.
Okie dokie. Did you see that?
Well, would you look at that? This appears to lead somewhere. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, let's do that. That sounds reasonable. Sounds like a bit of fun.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting.
Yeah, I gotta say that is unusual. I can't say I've ever experienced that in my life. And now, I feel like we just wait for Tolfdir. Good
Why in
old
the world
Tolfdir.
would this be
Oh, hanging
sealed
moss.
off?
I'll take that.
What is this place?
Where was it? There we go. Hanging moss. Hanging moss. Can never get too much of this stuff.
I'm not sure what to expect here. Please be on your guard.
What?
Hold, mage, and listen well. Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
No pressure, eh? No pressure.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
Some sort of ghost or apparition appeared. It spoke to me.
I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw?
It said something about danger ahead and the Psijic Order.
The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, danger
The
ahead in the
Psijics have
Nordic
no
ruin.
connection to these
No sense at
ruins,
all.
and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find?
What's the Psijic Order?
They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place.
Why is the Psijic Order contacting me?
I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy.
Oh, I'm rather chuffed about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one thing I wish we had a bit more exposure to in this game was the Psijic Order. They just seem so interesting, but also, again, I guess that is the kind of... what's the word? I don't know. I guess what makes them so cool in this game is that they are kind of mysterious in a way. You don't really know much about them. Oh, I'm so sorry, Vidgerd. As I said, you are gonna absolutely cop it. Yeah, no, you're on my side. I'm sorry, but oh, am I liking these destruction abilities? Man, that seems like it's hurt you quite a bit. I'm very sorry, Youthgerd. Stone flesh. Can we use that? No. Can we use perk points? Well, yes, hopefully we can. Let's go alteration. Yeah, let's go alteration, because ultimately where we want to get to is right here. Blocks 10% of a spell's effects. That's where it really starts stacking for us as a Breton. Restoration. I think, where is it? Regeneration, healing spells cure 50% more. All spells are more effective against the undead. Healing spells also restore stamina. I'm pretty sure there's something here. Yeah, once a day heals 250 points automatically if you fall below 10% health. Again, another really invaluable perk. So we'll eventually get to all of them. We'll eventually... Hell yeah. Love to hear it, Talfir. Yeah, we will eventually get to all of them. Whoop. We will eventually become masters in all the trees of magic, because that is the ultimate goal for this character. And then I'm not sure what we'll do after we master all the trees of magic, whether or not I kind of start to change it up, if that's even viable at all in a legendary playthrough. I guess at that point I probably have enough health probably have my own enchantments, or at least good enough spells to fall back on if we choose to change up the playstyle. But yeah, I'm probably getting way too far ahead for this character right now. My goodness. I mean, they look impressive, but they don't do as much. They don't do as much damage as what they look like they would do. But they do more damage than I think anything else will do for us at this point as well. So it just doesn't seem like they're very companion friendly though, because like as of right now, I really want to use them, but I'm probably going to be absolutely destroying Utgerd as well. And again, I go back to what I said, I think it was in like part 2, something like that, where if she goes down, I'm the one that will kill her, not anyone else. See, if I do it now, she will die. 100%. She will just go flying. She'll ragdoll and die. So, let's give some of these a go.
I may be old, but I can stand it. You think I'm afraid of you?
That's actually pretty dang good. Okay. That's a bit more companion friendly. Okay, so what was that? Choking Grasp. And then we got Strangulation as well. Absorbs 16 points of health per second from target for 3 seconds. 8 points of health, cost 14, cost 62. Okay, so it doubles the points per second from health, but the cost is like not worth it. Yeah, we'll go with this. We'll use this for a little bit, see how it goes. Oh, I wonder what we got to do here. Pull 2 chains. Skyrim's puzzles, man. They get me every time. Absolutely ludicrous how they expect people to figure this out. But again, I mean, that also kind of adds to my point. I think I made an... Oh no, I saw it at the last second. Oh, please tell me there's a save somewhat. Oh, well, thank goodness. Thank goodness, my gosh, the second death of the playthrough. Both of them have been from traps, if you can call that a trap. Oh, I literally saw it the last second too under my foot and I already knew it was too late. Oh, just how weak we are, man. It's absolutely insane. I think we gotta start, I gotta remember to start using this. Start leveling our alteration up a little bit. Come on, come on, come on. Surely I've got enough. Surely. Okay, that's an apprentice spell, dang. Alright, we'll go conjuration. We'll start with... We'll see the skeleton minion. I haven't seen what this guy's like. Okay, you're probably a one-hit wonder. But I mean, you're some... Oh, okay, no, you do some pretty decent health. I take that back. I take that... Oh, I didn't mean to take that. But I take that back, my friend. You could actually be of some use to me. Nice and cheap to conjure up, and you do a decent amount of damage. I think you probably will still be a like a one hit for any of these guys if they hit you. But I mean, still, you do some good damage. Okie dokie. Right now, I just really want to try out all these different spells. Well, unfavorite that, because I'm probably never going to use it again. Favorite these. Undying Ghosts. Okie dokie. That is not what I wanted.
Come on.
Undying Ghosts.
Put up a fight.
A presence.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. How much damage is he doing? Not much, actually. I think the skeletons. Although I think his attributes scale based on how much magicka I have when I summon him. So he could be an absolute powerhouse at the same time as being weak. Oh well, let's start looting these guys. And let's help our friends out here. Get this guy down. Got enough magicka, the story of my life for this playthrough. dokie, and I believe... No? We're probably way too low of a level to have the bad boys I'm used to seeing up here. I'm used to seeing some like Draugr Death Lords and Draugr Death Overlords up here. Come on. Oh, back the other way it is. Oh, come on. So close. Alright, this is definitely my worst performance when it comes to picking a lock. I don't know why I was finding that so difficult. Usually I get it pretty quickly. Okie dokie. Let's press forward. You are famished. I hardly think that is what I would be thinking about when rolling through a Draugr dungeon. I really hardly think I'd be like, ooh, my stomach is churning. I'm a hungry boy. I want an apple. Or how about a cabbage stew? Definitely the last thing I might. And a trap right there. Oh, Uthgerd, you're gonna... I can already see it. You're gonna activate it. Yep. Yeah, did you hear that? Good old Uthgerd. Ooh, that's actually... do what I said I need to do. Oh, I don't even have enough. Oh no! Oh no! We don't like that at all. Restoration, fast healing. Get that out. Get that out. Use up all the magicka. Awesome, awesome. You love to see it. And we're just gonna go back to some regular old flame. I think. Doing a decent amount of damage. Doing a very decent amount of damage. Causing him to run away and be annoying. That's the most annoying thing, isn't it? Is when they just start running away to the other side of the dungeon. And then you gotta chase them down to actually kill them. Otherwise the combat music just doesn't stop. Come on. There we go. A few little sprinkles of some weak little flames on you to get you down. Uthgerd, do me a favor and trigger that trap again. Uthgerd, do me a favor and trigger that trap again. Uthgerd? Ah, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't follow the follower's manual. Okie dokie. I wonder what we have to do here, hey? Hey, Skyrim's puzzles, man. Skyrim's puzzles. They are just... they're not fair. Like, what if you just couldn't figure out what you needed to do? You'd just be stuck here. You wouldn't be able to progress any further. Like, it's just hardly... I hate puzzles in games. It's hardly a fair concept. I mean... I'm obviously joking. In case you couldn't tell, the sarcasm was insane there. In fact, it was a little bit too forthcoming for my liking. I started to feel pretty disgusting about it. Yeah, no, Skyrim's dungeons are pretty... puzzles they contain are usually pretty self-explanatory. They usually don't require too much to figure out. You know, in some games where you usually get to a point where you're like, oh man, I give up, I'm just gonna look up the answer online. Like, Skyrim's puzzles are like the version of looking up the answer online. They're that self-explanatory a lot of the time. I actually can't think of a puzzle I was stuck on at all for more than like 2 minutes, probably.
You think
I don't know. We might come across one in this playthrough. I might embarrass myself right now and be unable to figure it out. But I really don't think that's a thing in Skyrim. Goodness, you are a tanky girl. And why am I just peppering you with flames? I've got a whole bar of magicka. I got too caught up in the talking, too caught up in the yabbing. Let's bring her out, the Flame Atranak.
If I can just...
Don't worry, Uthgerd. You've actually been doing pretty good. I haven't got any complaints about you. If you want to just rest for a little bit longer, I've got absolutely no problem with that. You're actually such a good follower that I'm using flames. I've literally nerfed myself for the sake of not wanting to hurt you anymore. because you're actually pretty valuable. I need you to stay standing up a lot of the time. So don't worry, Uthgerd. You know, every so often you can take a knee and just have a little bit of a rest. I ain't gonna judge ya. Alright, I think that's pretty much it for this room. No hidden chests. Let's press forward. Is that a trap chest? Nope. That's the room right there. That's a bad boy that'll kill me. And that actually reminds me, I'm gonna save really quickly. Just really quickly, because the last autosave was all the way back there. Yeah, no, don't want to do all that again. Oh. Any more cheeky runes? Any more cheeky runes? Oh, here we go. I think this puzzle might take me a little bit longer than 2 minutes, I think. Because I just got to figure out which one spins by itself. Okay, so it's this one. And this one spins 2 others. Okay, so it spins this one. So we got to figure out which one spins all 4, which is this bad boy. And then we just start from there. There we go, and bada bing, bada boom. Puzzle done. Yeah, no, I was approaching that puzzle and I remembered that when you spin one, all the others spin, and I was like, oh no, time to actually back myself up here. Time to, oh hey, it's Ulf here. I was like, oh, the pressure's on. I've actually got to not let this take more than 2 minutes. Okie dokie, let's see what ingredients we have. Let's see if we can actually fortify conjuration. Alrighty. Alrighty. Restore health, fortify damage, magic regen. Fortify destruction, resist fire, resist shock. It's fortify destruction. Destruction spells are 13% stronger for 60 seconds. Resist 8% of shock damage for 60 seconds. That's a pretty good potion. Fortify conjuration. Conjuration spells last 13% longer for 60 seconds. That's okay. We don't have anything that's standing out to me as something that's absolutely necessary, though. Something that'll be... one of you guys are definitely going to step on that. I can already see it. I gotta be careful. I can't see any recipes. There we go. I can't see any recipes that are standing out to me as absolutely necessary to get. So, Tolfdir, you got a quest marker on you. You itching to say something, buddy?
What could this place be?
Nope, you just got a quest marker
Take
on
care
you.
now.
Oh, I'll take care. See you later. Off you go. Bye-bye. No, you're obviously coming with me. And what do we have here? Ooh, looks fancy.
Well, now, would you look at that?
Yeah, take a look.
I never imagined we'd find something like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with you on that one, Tolfdir. I remember when I first came through this mission, I absolutely loved walking through that door and seeing that. It was just so... Oh, stop talking, start focusing. Yeah, no, I absolutely just loved the way that looked, just how it was. I don't know. I can't even explain it. I just absolutely loved it. There's a lot of things in Skyrim that do that for me, I guess, as you're finding out, because I cannot stop talking about how much I like this game, and obviously that's why I'm playing the Anniversary Edition now, because they just got to add like a little sprinkle of something different and they get me hooked all over again. Strangulation, let's see how much more powerful or not powerful this is compared to how much more magic it actually takes. I know by like stats it doesn't seem all that more powerful.
I'm afraid
But
of
it seems like seems like it compounds pretty well, actually. Is it doing fire damage to him as well, or is that an effect he's got on? I think that might be an effect he has on himself. And that looks like storms and flames. That doesn't look like a vanilla spell. Can the NPCs have access to these Creation Club spells as well? If so, that's pretty dang cool. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can cast this on him again. Come on, Magicka. Minor Magicka, Minor Magicka, Minor Magicka. There you are. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, no, that's cool. Oh no, did I do that on you, Gerd? What the heck? Sorry, I didn't mean to. My bad. Looks like we're going back to flames for this. Don't want to hurt my health bar over there. Good old health bar Uthgerd. Nice. I love your work. The Gauldurson amulet fragment increases your magicka by 30 points. We are definitely taking that. Gold petty soldier, writ of sealing. We'll take that and give that a bit of a read. Oh no. Oh no. Hopefully that isn't like an after effect from him that's gonna kill us. That's just gonna one-shot us. Oh, I'm really not feeling good about this. Anyway. Be bound here, Jyrik, murderer, betrayer, condemned by your crimes against realm and lord. May your name and your deeds be forgotten forever, and the charm which you bear be sealed by our ward. Alrighty. Now, that is a very, very, very fun quest, and it's got a very cool reward at the end of it, so we'll definitely be doing that shortly. Anything else to take? Gold? No. I know you're chasing after me, Tolfdir. Just give me 3 seconds, mate. I'll be with ya. Okie dokie, here we are.
This is simply fascinating.
What is this thing?
I have no idea. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. The Archmage needs to be informed immediately. He needs to see this for himself. I don't dare leave this unattended. Can you return to the college and inform Savos Aran of this discovery? Please, hurry.
I'll go as quick as I can. As quick as I can. I do not have fast travel, so that's not very quick. It's cold outside. I'm going to be moving at 2 paces per hour, but I'll be going as quick as possible. You believe me, Tolfdir. You can put your trust in me. Just don't want to miss anything. I'm a pretty completionist style type of gameplay person. I don't really like to miss anything. That's probably why you see me like darting my cursor around heaps, just making sure I'm seeing or collecting everything there is to be seen or collect. I don't really think it's a bad thing either. I mean, I like to make sure I get everything out of a game when I'm playing it. Come on, Gerda. Little jumpy. There we go. The rare jumps that you see NPCs do. Very, very rare. Doesn't happen all that often. You've seen it first here on Zarnov's channel. Make sure you like and subscribe for more unique content like that. Come on, Gerda. Is that a silver ore vein? No pickaxe there. Oh, that stamina. That stamina bar is looking bad. I'm treacherously cold. I'm feeling bad. I'm performing bad. The magicka is on its way out as well. Let's get you into a bed and let's get you fed, my friend. Shouldn't be too much longer. We got 2 quest markers up. What are these? So follow Tolfdir. Hopefully that's not bugging out the quest. I really, really hope that's not bugging out the quest. I really, 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 really want to play this 100% vanilla if I can. Like, no unofficial Skyrim patch or anything. Oh, please just leave me alone. I don't have... Literally do not have the energy to do this right now. And the kill cam where he's not actually gonna die. Oh, he actually died. Okay, I'll take it. Take the wolf pelt, not the wolf pet, the wolf pelt, just because you gave me that trouble. And let's continue our slow run back with no stamina at all. Oh no, are you kidding me? What have I done? What have I done to deserve this? This guy just looks like he's a high and powerful character, like he's gonna kill me. Okay, so we got some dude that's just standing in the middle of the dark elf.
Take this and hold on to
Oh
it.
my goodness, this
I'll
is
be
not the
back for it
time.
later.
This is
You
not
good?
the
Don't
time.
lose it.
Okay, okay. Okay,
No time to
no
talk.
time to talk.
Snitch
Okay,
or double
I'm
cross
not gonna
me and
snitch
I'll
on
kill
you.
you. I mean
Just keep, go, my friend. And you've over encumbered me, haven't you? Yes, you have. Thank you so much. So glad to be helping you out. Okay, we're gonna do that. Get our hunger back down. Do we have anything useless we can drop just so we can move a little bit quicker? Have I picked up anything that's absolutely not essential? And by not essential, I mean, am I comfortable dropping it? And the answer to that is yes. Okay, we'll drop this. Perfect. Okie dokie. Destruction. Let's dual wield this. Oh, we're gonna do more than our worst. You are about to be dead. You don't know who you messed with. And I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about Uthgerd. She is an absolute weapon, my friend. Ooh, a human heart. What have you been up to? Why are you carrying around a human heart in your pocket, mate? As I now am carrying around the human heart in my pocket. And I tell you what, I'll do you one better. I tell you, I'm feeling a little bit nourish, a little bit hungry, hey? Nom 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 nom. Yummy human heart. Nom nom. Okie dokie. Fugitive. Now, where is the dude that's looking for the Iron Mace of Souls, hey? Where is he? Where's... Okay, you're all the way down there. If you keep going, mate, and nobody actually approaches me in the next 5 seconds, I'm continuing on with my thing and you ain't getting this mace back. Actually, no, you're not getting this mace back. I'm going to disenchant it. What am I thinking? See you later, buddy. He's just going to come back to the College of Winterhold looking for his mace. Alrighty. Time to go inform Savos Aren of the orb we found, the mystical orb. But yeah, the amulet I found, the amulet of Jyrik Gauldurson. Actually, I'm going to put it on right now. The Gauldurson amulet fragment. Yeah, no, that's garbage compared to this. Yeah, we are definitely going to do the quest line for this necklace and finish it off. Not only is it extremely fun, oh my goodness, I am moving painfully slow. Oh, survival mode, you are killing me. You are just sapping it out of me right now. Yeah, not only is the questline really fun, but the reward you get for it at the end is really, really insanely powerful for what it is. And, oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm barely doing a shuffle. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. This is the sprint. Heck yeah. Absolutely killing it. Oh. I'm sorry, Uthgerd. I know these effects don't actually do anything to you, so you don't have to move this slowly, but...
Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits. Let me give you a bit of advice. You want to work on something that's not officially allowed? Don't tell anyone you're doing it.
Yeah, I want to talk to you.
There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course.
What's not allowed here?
Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds.
I understand you're an elf who knows how to get... Oh, actually, no. We'll do that later because we have to follow him somewhere if we say that, I'm pretty sure. And I'm not super interested in getting anything right now because, let me check. Yeah, we don't have money to buy anything substantial anyway. And here we go. Archmage's Quarters. You feel warmer and are now comfortable. Oh, how nice. My health is up. I'm not so sluggish anymore. Can I just... No, that's stealing. That's stealing. What about these? Okay,
what you
all
learn
stealing.
Here will
All
last
bad.
Several if you're talented.
Dang. Oh, well. Savos Aren. Just
you
the man I'm looking for.
You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
No, we haven't.
Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Savos Aren, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
Crystal clear. I wasn't intending on it. What have we got here? I need to speak to you about Saarthal.
Please don't tell me that another one of the apprentices has been incinerated. I have enough to deal with right now.
Arguably something more substantial than that, I would say. We've found something in Saarthal, and Tolfdir thinks it's important.
Very well. I trust that you wouldn't be here were it not significant. Thank you for bringing this to my attention.
You're quite welcome.
Tolfdir normally looks after your little group, yes? Since he's
By
apparently
normally, you mean the one
occupied,
lesson, yes?
and I will need to see this discovery for myself, I think perhaps you should begin researching the subject. Speak with Urag in the Arcanium. See if he's aware of anything that matches your discovery. And good work. The next time you find yourself exploring Nordic ruins, perhaps this will be helpful.
Staff of Mage Light. I seriously doubt it, because Skyrim never really gets dark enough, at least in my experience, to really warrant that. Have you ever met with the Sijic Order?
Personally? No, not I. One of their number used to advise the Archmage when I was but an apprentice here. But that was a great many years ago, before all the members of the Order were called back to the Isle of Artaeum, and it disappeared entirely.
I'd like to know more about the college's history.
I've seen documents dating back to the late Second Era. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Events in the last several hundred years resulted in a significant loss of our history, I'm afraid.
What happened in the last few hundred years?
The Great Collapse, as it has come to be known. An unfortunate natural disaster that ravaged the area. The college fared far better than the city of Winterhold, but it was not left untouched.
What caused the Great Collapse?
No one is sure of the cause. Some believe the eruption of Red Mountain had far-reaching consequences that were only felt years later. I know there are some who have blamed the college, said that we were responsible. I assure you this is not the case.
Tell me more about the Great Collapse.
The Sea of Ghosts practically came alive. No one was expecting it. Monstrous waves battered the shore for weeks on end. Winterhold was ancient and weathered, but it couldn't withstand the sea's fury. Entire districts of the city were lost overnight. The waves receded in time, but the damage was irreversible. Most residents of Winterhold abandoned what was left of the city. The college survived, and so here we remain.
There we go. Yeah, so whenever we
until
have...
next time.
Until next time, my friend. And whenever we have an opportunity like that to really delve into the lore or the history of something, I'm probably going to take the opportunity, because I can never, for the life of me, remember everything off the top of my head or what I've gone through in the past. Iron Mace of Souls, that is what we're disenchanting. I can never remember it off the top of my head, so I generally like to go over it. And I feel like it just really adds something to the... Ooh, no, we're wearing that. And yeah, why not? I'm probably going to forget to put these on in future anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm probably going to take the opportunity to try and, you know, delve into and learn as much as I can, or just hear as much as I can, because I do genuinely find it really, really interesting. And as I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, I absolutely love the lore in Skyrim. Anyways, on to the next little questy poo. We have to go see Urag in the Arcanium. Now I just want to make sure that this hasn't bugged out and we don't still have to follow Tolfdir. Yeah, sweet. Okie dokie. On to see this wonderful gentleman. Oh, Urag. I'm here at the Archmage's requests.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance?
Oh, you are so pleasant to talk to. I do enjoy our interactions, Urag. I need to learn about something we found in Saarthal.
I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway.
You don't have anything that can help?
I said not anymore. Orthorn stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Orthorn.
Okie dokie. Doesn't anyone care that Orthorn stole things from the college?
Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that.
Who is this Orthorn?
He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled, but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they left, he took off after them. Stole supplies and books from the college. I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself.
Why are these mages in Felglow Keep?
Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Until next time.
Okie dokie, until next time. Ooh, I don't like you. I don't like you. What do you want?
You there. I have questions for you. You were in Saarthal, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there.
Maybe?
I know full well that you have. Please do not insult my intelligence. Tolfdir is still there now, is he? I shall expect a full report when he returns.
Oh, you're so smug. You're so smug. It's almost like the game wants me to hate you. How do you know anything about this?
It is my job to know these things. My role as advisor to the Archmage is aided by knowing everything that transpires here. Thank you for your help. You may go now.
Oh, quite. Yes, thank you, because I needed your permission, not. Alrighty, let's have a quick look at our objectives. So we've got find the stolen books. I've been asked to find out more information on the object found in Saarthal. Urag suggested that useful books may have been stolen from the Arcanium by Orthorn, a former apprentice at the college. His last known location was Felglow Keep. So, forbidden legend. In Saarthal, I found a cryptic message on the body of a powerful Draugr, condemning him for his ancient crimes. What was his story? Why was he entombed with a broken amulet? That is definitely one that we will be doing soon. I really want to get into some of the Anniversary Edition content as well, though, and I'm pretty sure I've never seen this quest before. And, you know, the courier was kind of vague when he gave me the note. It just said items added, so I'm inclined to believe that this is Anniversary Edition content. We're gonna leave this for a while, and yeah, I suppose if we're ever in the area for some of these other things, we'll start them up. But yeah, as of right now, the priority will be hitting the books and then Forbidden Legend. Anyway, that's going to have to do it for today's episode. Thank you everyone for watching. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. I have been your host, Zarnov, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you. Oh, you're tired there, Uthgerd.